HDRS Nation. Yes, we are live, biker. Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. I'll be in my normal position in about 10 minutes.
We're about to go green, buddy.
Can we get in the lobby, pile?
Yes, I sent you an invite. Can you please send Titanic 1? Alright, as we have Davey... No, what we got here?
Oh, they're 2 laps into the race.
Yes, they are. As we got Davey Allison on for the in the lead. As we got the 7... let's see, 19 of Liv Morgan, 7 of Travesty fighting for the lead here. As we have the 7 car in the lead right now. As we got the 19 going underneath the 16. Get a back view of this battle here. Are you in, biker?
I'm here, but I'm not in yet. I'm doing what you asked me to do.
So far. Back to the field. As we got the 90 of Canute, got the 07 of Death underneath him. As we got the 9 of Denivy underneath the 19. As we have the 10 car. And the 10 car, as we got Chelsea. The 10 car of, yes, Dunlap underneath 19. Liv Morgan. As we got a lot of exciting battles here. Going a little bit of single file, a little bit here. Not a bad idea right now, but as we got the 16, ooh, little contact there. Ooh, 16 in the grass. Ooh, the 8. 8 around on the front straightaway. Into the wall. May they'll be with you. Will that bring out a caution? As we have a 3 wide battle. Yes, and Bilski going out of here.
Oh yeah. These guys are going.
Yes, they are. They're really battling hard, but as you see, the 9
Who do we
car
got in the grass
easy.
here? The 16 into the grass.
I'm watching the lead right now here because it's getting kind of interesting up here as we got the 10 car underneath the 9 car of Dunlap and Benizzi. Dunlap in the 2nd place here, biker, very early on.
Yeah, we got Travesty in 1st. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, it is.
So it's Travesty, Dunlap, and Benizzi trying to get underneath Dunlap there.
Yeah,
with Filski right on their tail.
Yes, absolutely. I will be right back.
No worries, we got it going on. We got them in line. We got Travesty, we got Dunlap, we got Benizzi, we got Filski. Up front fighting, kind of moving away from the rest of the pack, seemingly slowly, but they are moving away. And that pack they were moving away from is now right up on top of them. And looks like Death Before Dishonor is taking fourth place over from Benizzi. And you got the 90, 94. I don't see a listing for 94. Interesting. Looks like Filski is trying to get underneath Dunlap and take that second position away from him. They're racing hard. Side by side. And Filski is underneath Dunlap.
You got an interesting number going on up here.
The 94. Do you know who's in the 94 pile? Because I don't have them on my listing.
Yes, I'm going to go back and go find a 94 for you. The 94 is Trinity.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now I know. He's not on my cheat sheet. Looks like something happened to Death, and he's dropped back a few positions there in the 07, giving up a few. We got the 90.
Oh yeah.
We got the 90 of King Canute got in front of him. And Benizzi has lost quite a few spaces back there behind Death,
really
too.
Yeah.
But right now, you have the fact that Dunlap's taken over the lead and Filski is right on top of him.
Oh, yeah, you are very right.
Trying to take the bottom away from him.
What a battle. The 19 about to have the 18 here.
These guys are battling real hard up front.
Yes, they really are. No overview here. We see that little loose.
That's Live Morgan in the 19 in third place.
Yes, it is. Liv Morgan, yes. And then, is that the Trinity up there on the outside?
He's kind of losing it a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, and the 94.
Yeah, the 94, yes.
And you have Travesty still trying to hang in there. But Dunlap has got a solid lead now in front of Filski. And we got somebody back around there.
And
it's King Canute and 16.
Is that a caution? That is a caution.
Should be a caution. The 16 is Glad.
No, the 16 is let me go.
We've never updated the numbers then because I went right on the Discord to get these numbers, and that's who I have.
The 16 is Davey Allison.
Okay.
28. Yeah.
Maybe before next week's race we can get all these numbers updated correctly in Discord.
Absolutely. Dunlap is very quick. He's definitely got a very quick car tonight and in the Cup Series. I mean, watch out, boys. He's very quick this week.
Yes, he is. The question is, though, is it a good long-run car? That'll be what's important.
As we got Dunlap. He's starting back. Heading off into turn one, boys. Ooh.
Filski kind of got a little bumped up.
Yeah,
he looked like he got bumped up a little bit. Oh, whoa, there we go.
Ooh.
That's the 19.
Oh, we're all messed
around. That is a big wreck going into turn 3.
Big wreck. That brings out caution number 2 of the night. Calm it down, boys. It's got a long race ahead of us.
That looked like that was Canute, the 16, Davey Allison, and may Dale be with you involved in that wreck.
Maydale's not having a good night so far. I believe he's a lap down. I'm not 100% sure.
Why, did he take a pit or something earlier?
He spun around on the front straightaway.
Well, it looks like we got O'Shady Acres did not pit and got himself up front.
Yeah.
And, we'll just have to see what Travesty on the outside and
we got Swamp Ass Trinity.
Swamp Ass on the inside. See what we can do here.
That's a better start there, boys.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Travesty looks like he's taking it over.
Yep, as we got Travesty.
Looks like Swamp Ass is right there getting ready to pass him also with Death. Right on Swamp Ass rear end.
Oh, yeah,
Filsky right on Death's rear end.
Then you got
Dunlap right in there. It's tight racing at the moment.
It's very
we'll see what can happen. Okay, so now we have Travesty, Swamp Ass, Death.
Ooh, somebody in the grass back there.
Dunlap, Filsky has faded back a little bit.
That he has. Is that Death?
Ooh, Death makes a cut move to the inside here on the backstretch.
No, yes, he does.
Looks like he's going to get under Swamp Ass. Yes, he does.
Ooh, easy. Hey, got 16. Got Death in second. Got 16.
Well, it looks like most everybody here has a real good car. And we hope everybody can hang tough and race this hard because we have some good close racing here in the Xfinity series of HDRS with Death Before Dishonor. It looks like he's doing everything he can do to get by Travesty with Dunlap pushing him through on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, you see Death and Dunlap, they're really working together, and, you know, if everybody just works together, you know, or battle, whatever the case is, wanting each other to work together, you know, you can start pulling away from these guys a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, we got some fast cars up front with Davey, Swamp Ass, and Filsky right on their tail. It's going to be tough, and here comes Travesty back up underneath Dunlap, trying to get that second position back.
Yeah. You gotta watch up on these here, you know? As we got Travesty underneath Dunlap, and we got the 16.
We've got Davey Allison there pushing Travesty. And look at Dunlap holding his position on that outside line. That's very impressive.
Look at that, man. He really is, though. I mean, he really is. I mean, his car is sticking. Wherever he puts it, it sticks.
Uh-huh. Well, these front six are really racing hard.
They really are.
And they're doing a great job because they're right on top of each other most of the time.
Yeah, that they are, but I really like
Is that not Canute there in 7th trying to get in the mix here in a minute?
Let me see here.
The 90 car,
It is Canute. Go Canute, boy.
Uh-huh, he's making it a 7-car issue now.
Yes, he is.
Oh, that was a good move by Death to cut Travesty off on the bottom side. But look at Filsky coming on the outside, getting a little touch into Dunlap, and everything looks good.
What I really like the most is the side-by-side racing.
Oh man, look at Death. Barely got down in front of Travesty with Davis Allison on Travesty's boat, with Dunlap on Davy Allison, Swamp on Dunlap, Filski on Swamp, and Canute on Filski. It's a 7-car battle. Right now you have Davy Allison slip to the outside. He's going to lose a couple positions, I believe.
A little loose.
Travesty, little loose there. But boy, that up front racing's exciting. Oh yeah, they're being smart. They know it's a long race.
Oh yeah, it really is a long race, and it's a grueling race. But let me ask you this, Biker. What do you think the keys are to winning the race tonight?
Well, number one, I don't think tires are going to be an issue. I think the key to winning this race tonight is definitely staying down low and keeping yourself clean and hoping that everybody else stays clean and they keep doing what they're doing right now, because I think I think these guys are racing hard now, but wait until the last 10 laps of stage 3 and then we'll really know how hard they're racing now.
This is very true.
I think the big thing here is the guys who get out front, like Death and Travesty and Filski coming on the bottom, a guy that can get out front and run his line will be the guy that's going to have the best luck, and it's going to take some luck. When you look at these cars right here, these 7 cars in the top pack right here, when you look at them, boy, they're all running really good. They're all running pretty equal. Nobody's really fading, although Davy Allison has got to the back of that pack. But you have Dale coming up on him too. May Dale be with you trying to get in this mix.
Yes, he is.
And I think what's really going to count here is somebody's got to have some lady luck. You got to be in the right position at the right time to get the end of the stage win and to get the stage 3 race win. Because as you can see, there's been quite a few position changes in the last 10 laps. Yes. I mean, Death is still up front, but now you got Filski in second, and you got Travesty in third, and you got Swamp in fourth, and you got Canute now in fifth, and Dunlap has dropped back to 6th.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can definitely see who's got the longer run and who's got the shorter run.
That's a true story. And right now you got Dale right on Dunlap's butt, and you got Davy right behind Dale. So it looks like to me right now that Filski, Travesty, Death, and maybe Swamp, maybe at this point in time looks like they have the cars to beat.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, if you want me to select a winner for tonight, I'm going to tell you that my winner is going to be Filski. I've seen how he's run this track, not only in Xfinity, but in trucks and Cup. And he's really good here. I'm not going to tell you that he has the fastest car here, but that guy's a real smart driver. Not to say that the guys that are on his butt aren't. But he's going to be my pick for tonight. Who's your pick, Pyle?
I'm going to have to go out on a limb, but I'm going to have to go with my teammate, to be honest with you, Canute, to be honest with you. I'm going to pick him as an underdog, but I know he's got something for here, so I want to see how it plans out.
Oh, look, hey, he brought himself back in the mix from being a little ways back, and he does have a good car, and I understand, although I was not there, that he really had a great practice this week. Yes, and looked really fast, so I would say that's not a bad pick at all. But like I say, it's going to be Lady Luck is going to play a big thing in this race tonight. You look at these cars that are up front, these top 7, and they're all pretty equal.
Oh yeah.
It's just who's going to get better position. You saw Travesty get a little squirrely right there and lose it for a second coming out of 4, and he lost a couple positions. That put Death in second and Swamp Ass in third. But that's not going to hold him back from trying to charge to the front again.
And as we have Mr. Toon himself commenting up on here, he's actually picking Death to win it tonight.
Well, that's another great pick. You pick any one of these guys in this top 7, and I'm telling you, any one of them can win it. Any one of them.
Absolutely.
And Death is putting the pressure on Filski right now. And oh, look at Canute. Takes the inside line. Trying to stay low underneath May Dale Be With You and in front of Davey Allison and staying right behind Travesty.
Oh yeah, it's getting heated up here as a nice one is a little loose, and as you got May Dale Be With You right behind
he is making his way through the pack, isn't he? Remember where he was at? He was 0.3 of a second behind this pack about 15 laps ago.
Yes,
and he's caught up to the pack, and he was at the back of the pack, and now he's sitting there trying to get 5th place from Swamp Ass. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, it really is, and
we're coming up on the lap car of Shady Acres, which is going to have to give way here. Hopefully, he gives way to these leaders.
And actually, he really does. And thank you, Shady.
Oh, what happened to Dale there? Something happened to Dale. Yeah, that was a little squirrely there. But now you have Filski and Death moving out. Putting a little distance between Travesty and Swamp. So we're just going to have to see. And like you said earlier, who has the long run cars? Yep, and right now it kind of looks like Filski and Death might have that in tow.
Yeah, but don't count out. Maybe he'll be with you in that A car. He is creeping and just steadily moving his way up. And I do say this much: don't let him get out front, because if you do, it's going to be hell to catch him and pass him. Catching him is one thing; passing him is a total different thing.
And who do we got? We got Davey Allison coming out of the pits right now, it looks like.
Yeah. I wonder how many laps we got left in this stage.
I'm not sure. I don't have that information. But then my question is, did they have enough gas to make the stage, or are they going to have to make a pit stop?
I don't know. I mean, are they even going to have enough tires to finish this stage?
Well, I didn't see that tires were a problem in the truck or the cup practice, so I think they're going to be here. Is this the end of the stage right now? This is the end of the stage right now.
This is the end of the stage, it is.
Filski won that stage, and I believe with Death in 2nd, Swamp Ass in 3rd, Travesty in 4th, your boy Canute in 5th, Dale in 6th, and Dunlap in 7th is what I believe.
Thank you, Travesty. End of stage.
There you go. That 18 of Filski. Yeah. We'll see where they line up coming out for the start of stage 2. That'll give Shady Acres the free pass, I believe.
I believe so. Or it might even give, who was that in the 16? Davey Allison the free pass. You never know.
We'll have to see. Okay, here we go. You got Death on the inside, Filski on the outside, Travesty, Swamp on his outside, Dale inside row 3 with Shady on the outside. You have B. Mizzy on the inside of row 4 with the 19 of, I forget who it was, dang it. And Dunlap almost at the full back there. We'll have to see what happens. Does look like Shady and Davey, though, are at the back of the pack.
Yeah, it does. But as you got Death out to the lead with Travesty in 2nd, Filski in 3rd. I believe
that is Dale in 4th.
4th, and then you got in 5th. Is that who we got that?
Swamp.
In 5th? Swamp. All right. There's your top 5, and then your top 6 through 10th is. Start looking. You got Morgan, you got
Morgan's in the 19. That's who it is. Got to remember that.
Yeah, look at Travis go. You are right. He's got a little piece of Texas, it looks like. Ooh, and we got
Davey into the grass and into the wall, and you got Shady and Benizzi, and
we've had a caution.
And we're going to have a caution.
Yes.
It's got to be a caution. Benizzi, Shady, Davey.
At the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Getting very dicey. And it's only start of stage 2. But when you got fresh tires, you got to get every position as much as you can and as fast as you can while those tires are still green.
We'll see. One of the most important things for these guys in the back that don't quite have what those top 7 cars have is they need to get right in on the bumper of those top 7 cars and not lose the draft so they can stay there and make a difference.
And you got Travesty and Dale on the first and second out here. No. Never mind.
Yeah, Filski on the inside
and
first.
Filski. My bad.
Yes. But this time Filski's on the inside and Dis on the outside. Filski's got Travesty pushing him around.
About there, yep. Then we got Death and Dale on the outside.
Now you got Filski went to the outside here. Cuts down low in front of Travesty. You have Death on the top side. You got Swamp Ass on the bottom. You got May Dale be with you, and Dunlap is already back in the mix there.
Ooh.
And it looks like Davey is having some problems. We got another big wreck here.
The 16, the 9, the 39.
The same cars that just had a mishap.
Yes, I totally agree with you there, Tony.
Where are you getting Tony? Is he sending messages? Because I'm not seeing him.
Yes, it's on the screen.
Okay, well, maybe there's a reason I'm not seeing him. Yeah, well, right now, folks, these guys need to settle down a little bit in the back here. They've got nothing to lose in the back. They need to settle down. Just try to hang in their lane. Everybody needs to stay in their lane for at least a lap. Get around, get the feel for where you're at. Right now, we have Travesty on the inside who's taken off in first place. You got Death behind him with Filski on the outside behind Death. With Dale be with you, fighting for that spot that Filski has. Live Morgan behind Dale. And all of a sudden,
dicey over here.
All of a sudden, we have a big crash here on the main straightaway coming out of 4. The 18.
The 18. The 94? No, the 10.
Everybody but these top 4 cars in Canute.
Wow. The whole field got wrecked.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Yeah, settle down, boys. We got a long race ahead of us.
It's just stage 2. You know, I think sometimes what happens is, now that stage 1 is over, they get a little excited and they stop. They start overdriving the track. And when you start overdriving a track like Texas, you're going to get yourself in trouble every time, especially coming out of 4. That's where a lot of problems happen. And you've seen it happen right there. Somebody get up in the wall, come down, bang somebody on the inside. They go on the grass and drag somebody with them, and it just gets ugly from there. But right now you have Travesty on the inside and the front and Death on the outside. You have Maydell be with you on the inside in lane 2 with Davey Allison on the outside. Canute in the bottom lane, starting in the 3rd row with Filski on the outside, with B. Nizzi behind him, with Live Morgan on the outside behind him, with Shady Acres. And we'll see what happens. Shady Acres with Swamp Ass Trinity right on his tail.
Yeah, we got
We'll see what happens here.
Third here. We got Canute in fourth. We got Davey Allison on the outside in fourth. Ooh,
oh, we got the 9 in the wall. Doesn't look like it's going to be a yellow.
No, it does not. Yep, as we're still underneath green.
Well, whatever happened, it put Dunlap out of the main pack up here. And that,
yeah, really
that's a sad thing, because you know what? Dunlap has had some fast cars at some good tracks, and it always seems that he ends up with bad luck and can't finish up in the top 5.
Yeah,
it's just
totally
a shame.
Agree, man. Mm-hmm.
But right now, you have a guy that was up front for a few laps. He was up front for a few laps and then ended up in the back, struggling, pitting, doing all kinds of things. Davey Allison, I don't know who got the free pass and who's still a lap down, but you got Davey Allison right on May Dale Be With You's rear end, who's right on Death Before Dishonor's rear end.
90 a little bit. Then is he in the pits?
And May Dale Be With You
18.
Took over first place and then hit the grass coming out of 4. That cost him.
Yeah, it really did.
Okay. So now you have Live Morgan trying to get underneath the 16 there, Davey Allison, with Swamp Ass Trinity right there with Travesty on their rear end.
Yeah, I mean, it really changed it up, but yeah.
It's like I said, Lady Luck. Look, man, all these guys have good cars.
Yeah, they do have good cars. It's just, it's just product of good hard racing and product of getting loose off of these corners. I mean, especially with turn 4, you don't want to have your wheel or, your wheel turn all the way to coming out. You want to have your wheel pointed straight coming out of 4.
Yeah, the 4 here, it's just a little trick of how you should come out of it because it has a little roll to it too. And the whole trick is not to keep turning your wheel. when you're getting near the end of turn 4, you're absolutely correct, Kyle. You get that wheel straight, go over that little roller, and then get into the front stretch there. If you don't, you could end up, if you don't turn it enough or keep it turned straight long enough, you're going to end up in the wall. If you turn it too long, you're going to end up in the infield.
Oh, yeah.
And ending up in the infield is what most do. Most turn it too far for too long. But right now you have Death come up here, and it looks like he's fighting Live Morgan there.
Ooh, yes, it is.
Who's right on his butt. And Swamp Ass has moved into 3rd. And Davey Allison is fading as it looks like Travesty. Oh, well, maybe he won't be able to take it from him on this lap.
Yep. So
and then you have Filsky and King Canute.
Yeah. We got King Canute working up on Filsky. Filsky a little tight.
We're just going to see how it goes here. Now it looks like Canute has overtaken Filsky, and Filsky decided to get on his rear end and say, let's go.
Yep, absolutely. And you got Dale and Liv Morgan, you got Swamp, and you got, who's up back there? Davey Allison.
Davey Allison and Travesty. And King Canute's actually separated himself.
Thank you, Hammer Down Racing, for viewing and subscribing to our channel. Always click that notification bell to always be notified. when we go live. But go ahead, Biker. Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, no, I was going to say that King Canute's putting a little space between him and Filski. Filski looks like he tapped the wall a little bit, and made Dale Be With You is making his slow progress back up front as he passes Filski.
Yes, he is. I do start to see him a little bit there, and you are right. But I see the lead is starting to get a little tense up here, and ooh, yep, the 19th going underneath the 7 right now.
16 tapped a little bit on Travesty and ended up getting a little squirrely, almost ended up in the infield, but he held on to it really nicely, got himself back on track here. So now you have a top 4 cars that are battling for this stage right at the moment.
Yes, you do.
And we'll see what happens. We have Live Morgan's taking the lead over Death, and Swamp Ass Trinity is under Death. Looks like he is he going into the pits? We got some pit stops. Swamp Ass Trinity, Filski, Dunlap. Those 3 are in the pits right now.
Yep. Let's see here.
Maydale has passed King Canute as he's making his way slowly back up to the front. And it looks like King Canute decided to hitch on and take a ride. Right now, we have Morgan out front. You have Death Before Dishonor on his tail. You have Travesty behind Death. You have Davey Allison behind Travesty with Maydale Be With You, and then King Canute.
That is your top 6. Yeah, your top 6. Your top 6.
And Maydale is taking over Davey Allison.
Yes.
Slowly but surely making his way back up to the front. You know, you got to think that he might have the fastest car here tonight if he can just keep it in line and keep it on the track.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely got a car to win tonight, and you are right. You just got to have that lady luck on your side.
Yes.
But he does have a great line around this place. I mean, he really does. Between him and Death and all these guys, they got different unique lines.
Looks like Canute's taking Allison on the outside. I'll see if he can clear him here as he comes around on the back stretch. Not quite. It's a good little side-by-side battle with those 2 there for 5th place. Canute taking a little wall tapper there, coming out of 4. Morgan still holding on to 1st place with Death right on his rear end. Travesty, and check it out.
Okay, we got Death.
Do you want to tell him who's there? You want to tell him who's there? It's Maydale Be With You.
Yep.
He is still making up ground on these leaders.
We got Death going in the pits.
Travesty not in the pits. Was that Death and Canute? Looks like Death and Canute went in. So you got Morgan out front right now, and Maydale Be With You in 2nd.
You got Travesty the leader is pitting this lap.
He did signal he's pitting. Let's see who else is going in. Okay, so Morgan's going in. Nobody else. The other 3 stay out. So as they stay out, you have Maydale Be With You, Travesty, and then Davey Allison still on track. Looks like most everybody else is already pitted.
It looks that way, so I mean, I guess there's only maybe 3 or 4 cars left to be pitting, I guess. I say that much?
I think these 3 right here, Dale, Travesty, and Davey Allison.
We got Maydale, Travesty, and Davey all staying out again. Another lap around. And
I'll tell you, this is a big strategy here of the other guys that pitted a little earlier. because I think they want to run more laps with better tires. As these guys are running these laps are not going to be as fast on these worn tires.
No, it's not.
As these guys, you know, especially, you know, there you go.
Be with you in the
Maydale's going in, so Travesty takes over the lead. But I think in the long run, depending on how many laps are left in this stage, staying out longer is not going to help anybody.
No, as I learned that the hard way on Tuesday night for our practice, staying out longer does not beneficial at all. It does not.
No. Because your tires, once they get down to a certain point, they really wear from there.
Yes, they do.
They really wear. And now you got Shady Acres, who came out of the pits and is back up with some fresh tires right on Davy's rear end. We're going to see what happens there, because it'd be a bad time to get a caution right now.
Oh, yes, it will.
For the guys that went into the pits.
No, not yet. Shady's like, I'm fast, I've got new tires. Let me go ahead and go by.
Yeah, he's down on the inside. They ought to let him by.
Yep,
and there he goes. And looks like Davy's going to follow him and say, hey, I'm going to take over first from Travesty, and we're going to still be staying out. I'm going to it'd be good to see where these guys end up when the stage is over.
Yeah, I would like to see where these guys ended up, for sure, because, I mean, this is a big gamble.
It is a big gamble. And right now we're going to go back and check out the guys that did pit.
Yeah,
and it looks like you have Swamp Ass, Death, Filsky, Morgan, and Canute. But you got Death and Swamp Ass got a little bit of a lead on these other boys.
Yes, they do.
But look at Maydale. No, that's I'm sorry.
Who's that?
That's Morgan underneath the 18.
Yep. Underneath
Morgan
the 18.
In the 19.
Going underneath the 18 looks like.
Okay, so are we keeping an eye on if these other guys are going into the pits yet?
I am going through the field, but yes, I have been keeping an eye on.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like Davey and Trinity are still out. How many more laps can they go without pitting, or did I miss something?
No, Davey and them are still out.
Travesty's going in.
Travesty's going in.
Davey stayed out.
Yep, Davey is staying out.
But we know right now that the real race is up front here.
Yes, it is.
With Swamp, Morgan, Maydale be with you, Canute, and Filsky not being able to keep the pace.
As we've got Liv Morgan, Dale underneath the 94, and Canute followed right behind just a little bit.
And who is this right in front of him here? Is that Shady? No.
No.
It's Death.
It is Death. Yes, it is Death.
So, and I think Death is out there in the lead, so you got Death, Morgan, Maydale be with you.
Yes.
Canute, Swamp Ass, Trinity, and Filsky.
See, Davey Allison is still out there. He has not pitted yet.
Well, you know, some people are going to cause that a gas-saving circumstance. We're going to have to see.
He's still out there for another lap. How's the Death and Liv Morgan and that battle going?
It looks like the end of the second stage.
That's exactly what it looks like. Yes, it is. So as you got Davey Allison, your stage winner, as Death. What would that be? Liv Morgan
You know, usually, you know, the thing that gets me about this too, Pyle, is that usually your second stage is a couple laps shorter than the first stage.
Yeah,
and
you're
if that's
right.
the case, then I have to wonder what all the pitting was about.
This is true.
And that's probably why Davey stayed out there, because he had enough fuel to make it.
Right. Don't
Pretty
know.
interesting.
It is very interesting.
And looks like Davey Allison just lagged out. Is that what I just saw?
That's exactly what it looked like.
Yep. He just lagged out, folks.
Wow. As we got the 07 of death and the 19. Uh-oh.
Of Liv Morgan with May Dale be with you up front. It looks like some people missed a shift. Something happened.
Something
held
happened.
the back of the pack up. And now you have Death and Liv Morgan and May Dale be with you out front of everybody else.
Yeah,
with Travesty and Swamp Ass taking up the top 5.
What happened on that restart?
Somebody missed a gear and held everybody up. Well, it looks like...
What is going on? They're doing a manual?
They're doing a manual caution, and why is that?
I have
no
we're
not
idea
supposed to
why
have
they're
any
doing
manual cautions in the
in
Xfinity series. But somebody called it, or they wouldn't be doing it. Maybe they're doing it because of what happened on that restart.
That's a possibility, and I don't see a problem with that for the 16. Okay, 10-4. That makes sense. Thank you.
Who said that? The 16 is out.
Yeah, the 16 lagged out.
Do you have somebody else's stream going too, or?
I can go look for somebody's stream, but yes, I can.
I'm trying to think here who would be streaming. Would Canute be streaming?
But Nizzy does.
Looks like they're getting ready. They got their spots for the manual. All tied up. Oh wow, the 9 just right up and into the wall. They haven't even done the now they're restarting.
Not a good restart there a little bit, but not bad, but not the worst.
Oh, somebody else just lagged out. Let me go see who it is while you call the race. That'd be Dunlap.
Dunlap?
Dunlap just lagged out.
Wow. Okay. Alright, as we got Liv Morgan underneath May Dale be with you. This is for the lead, boys.
Pyle, I'm still going to be listening to you, but I got to go for a few minutes.
10-4, my man. We got Liz Morgan going for the lead, and then as we got Dale on the outside of him, and as we got Death and Travesty and Swamp and Canute all battling out here. All for the top 5. All for the lead. Ooh, as Swamp around in the back straightaway. Got Benizzi down pit road. 8 down underneath the, 8 down with it loose. 7 in the grass. Squeeze it off everybody, good deal. And we got Travesty out in the lead. We got May Dale be with you in second. We got Liv Morgan in third. We've got Canute in fourth, and we got Filsky in fifth. As he is sixth here. Is Death. That is your top 6. Maydale be with you out in the lead now, with Travesty in second, Canute in third. Canute, Filsky, Death, all battling. As you got Maydale in first, you got Travesty in second, drift up just a little bit. 19, trying to make a move underneath the 7 a little bit, and he is there. As you got the 18 following the 19, as you got the 07 behind the 18. As you got the 7 and the 90 on the outside. A little bit of something in the grass out there a little bit. Go overview here a little bit. You got 19 a little loose coming off of 2 there. And you got the 7 underneath the 90 there, coming out of turn number 4. We got the 18 in second place of Pilsky. And Pilsky reeling the leaders. As we got Liv Morgan right behind the 7 car. Travesty, and as you got Death behind Liv Morgan. And as you got behind Death, you've got Canute. Through the field here just a little bit as we got Death on the outside of the 19. You got maybe with you. You got the 7 underneath the 18. Got Bilski. Travesty underneath the 50 right now for second position. As we've got Death in 4th place there. And as you got Canute in the top 5. Now, does anybody have anything for Maydale be with you on a longer run? Sorry for that little delay there, boys, but I am back at HDRS Station. And we still got Maydale be with you. We got the Travesty. We got that little battle there. You got Travesty, got Death, and you got Bilski. Battling for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And battling for 5th and 6th, you got Liv Morgan and Canute. And 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place can just work together. You guys will catch that leader. And as you see, they are trying to work together. They are trying to catch that leader there. See if that gap will increase or decrease here within the next couple laps here.
Okay, everybody, I'm sorry, I am back. We do have Shady Acres in the pits.
I am actually watching the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place battle right now because Maydale be with you has checked out.
And I said that's what happens. We both said that if he gets out front, it's going to be trouble for everybody.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got Travesty in the wall just a little bit, loses a little bit of ground behind Death and Filsky, but gaining it back a little bit. Travesty underneath the 18 right now, underneath the Filsky. Yeah, as we got Shady, I guess he had had an engine expired tonight.
Well, right now, unless these guys can gather themselves up and get in a line and stop battling each other, Maydale Be With You is going to run away with this thing.
Yeah, but as you see there in second place, Death Before Dishonor is right there. And he's fought his way back up.
Well, yeah, and you have Filsky, Liv Morgan, and Travesty behind him.
Yeah, so you got behind Travesty a little bit different tag. You got Canute back there.
Well, it doesn't look like Maydale Be With You is stretching this out any farther over Death. It looks like they're running pretty even. It's going to be up to the three behind Death to get in the line, use that draft that is here at Texas, and try to make a move up on Dale. If there's four of them together, they can do it. But if they keep running side by side and doing the things they've been doing, they're not going to make up any ground at all.
Nah, you're very right. I mean, we got Death going into the pits as Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan's going into the pits also.
Keep an eye on the leader here. I'm gonna see what he actually pits here.
And I'll tell you, one of the best pit strategists,
Maydale be the best,
and so is Filsky, and so is Travesty. I was just getting ready to say that Filsky's one of the better race management drivers in this race. So if they're pitting on the same lap that he's pitting on, then there's got to be something to it, because he is definitely a race management driver. He knows when to pit and when not to. Looks like Swamp Ass is coming out.
As you got Maydale Be With You coming out of the pits.
Filsky's coming out of the pits, and Travesty's coming out of the pits with him. And right now you have B. Nizzy, King Canute, and Shady Acres out on the track.
Now,
I'm not sure exactly what position they're in.
Death just got by Liv Morgan out the pits.
Yes, Filsky lost quite a bit of ground in that pitting there.
Yes, he did. He really did.
And so did the gentleman behind him.
Yes.
We'll just see what happens. If Morgan can hook up with Death, they might be able to put a run on Maydale Be With You.
Yes, and that's what I'm going to be watching right here, since, they're a lap apart, but that doesn't really mean that much on tire wear or anything. So I want to see if Liv Morgan and Death can work together to see if they can catch the 8 cars of Maydale Be With You. And he got the death pulled away from Liv Morgan here a little bit.
Well, it looks like little Liv Morgan got a little loose coming out of four onto the front straight, so he lost a little bit on death there.
Who's behind Liv Morgan? Is that Filski up there?
You got Filski, Travesty, and King Canute behind.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right. Filski lost a lot of ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so did Travesty and King Canute, because
yeah, they did.
Travesty was on the same pit. I can't remember if King Canute was on the same pit as them.
I don't know if he was or not.
It was actually Liv Morgan that was on the same pit as them, and he got out before they did.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yes, the 8 cars definitely got a really, really good lead out there.
Yeah, the 8 cars got about a 2.5 second, 3-second lead on these guys.
Yeah, it looks that way. At least a good 2.5 second lead. Up on second and third. And there's not really any battles up on the track, to be honest with you.
Well, the only real battle on the track right now is for second place.
Yeah, that's the only battle, really. Use here a little bit as we got the new 19. Nope, he's gonna work with the 7.
It'd be smart if he stayed right on the 7's bumper and see if they could work their way up.
Absolutely. And that's what they're doing. I will be right back right now.
So right now we still have the number 8 of Maybe I'll Be With You out in first place. We have the number 19 of Liv Morgan trying to put the move on the 07 of Death Before Dishonor, and he makes the move and gets in front of him. You still have Filski behind them quite a ways back. And you have Travesty behind Filski, and it looks like King Canute is falling way back. I'll tell you, it looks like because of the fighting that they're doing for second place, May Dale Be With You is really checked out in first. Looks like Travesty has been gaining on Filski. We'll see what happens there as he gets a little closer.
Sorry about that long wait on that case.
Well, a lot has happened since you've been gone, as you had Liv Morgan get in front of Death before Dishonor. They ran a few laps. Death had a little problem, got into the wall, slid sideways, was able to correct it. But
Oh, wow.
had some problems. And it looks like right now maybe he snuck into the pits when I wasn't looking, because May Dale Be With You is coming up on Death right now. But you can see that Death's cars took a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that. I mean, yeah, but yeah, May Dale Be With You is definitely going underneath Death right now.
Uh-huh. I don't know how far Liv Morgan is back. He's back a ways.
Yes, he is. He really is. I'm trying to see here.
I mean, he's back like a third of a lap now, at least.
Yeah.
But he is in second place.
And you got May Dale Be With You coming up on the 94 here.
That would be Swamp Ass.
Yes, it will. So you got May Dale Be With You coming up on Swamp Ass right now. You can tell everybody got some damage here.
Yep, and Death is actually coming up on the lapped car of Shady Acres right now.
In 10-4.
Liv Morgan is coming up to Death right now.
Yes, he is. And you got that.
Canute is into the pits. And Benizzi is coming out of the pits.
We've got Liv Morgan passing Death now.
Pilsky into the pits. Canute out of the pits. And you have May Dale Be With You and Death going in.
You got Liv Morgan. Yeah, you got Liv Morgan. You got Death in the pits too. Yeah.
Yeah, Death in the pits with May Dale Be With You.
Oh,
and Pilsky should be coming out of the pits any time now.
Yeah, absolutely. Pilsky, yep, Pilsky's coming out of the pits.
Pilsky's coming out. Liv obviously did something that kind of screwed Death up. Death's telling him it's okay.
Yep. You got Liv Morgan coming out of the pits, coming up to speed, coming out of turn 2, onto the back straightaway.
Death coming out. So is Death out of the race?
Yes, it looks that way. It really does. And there's not really much battles up on the track right now at all.
No. Well, you have Travesty just a few car lengths behind Canute.
That you do.
Besides that, there's nothing else really going on.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah, may Dale be with you coming up on Filski.
Yeah, you do. But may Dale be with you. I mean, you got a little bit of way to get to Filski, but you can definitely tell by Filski's car he's has had a rough go at it tonight.
Yeah, he has a lot of damage in the front of that car.
And you got Shady killing off in the pits. I wonder how many laps we have left here.
Well, we're going to be talking, Pyle, how we can make this Xfinity race on Thursday nights a lot more exciting come next week.
Yes, sir.
This is the first time we're trying to do this together. We were thrown in at the last minute, everybody trying to do the best we can. But next week, I promise you a much better show next week, folks.
Yes, we will. We will definitely come well prepared and have everything done that we need to do and bring you an even better broadcast than this week as we tackle New Hampshire.
And at this point in time, I'd like to welcome Visceral Killer to the booth.
Yeah, just finished watching the game, guys. Sorry I would have been there tonight, but next week I will be in the booth, and I'll be doing my thing. May have me Visceral Killer dad joke of the race. You know, just gonna get back to the.
Are you sure? Didn't we rename those Visceral Killers Dud joke of the race? I think we renamed those the Dud joke.
Do you have any dud jokes for right now, hey Visceral?
Let's see, off the top of the head, what did the cannibal get when he showed up late to the dinner party?
The leftover feet? I don't know.
The cold shoulder.
The cold shoulder. There you go.
But yeah, as you got right now, I mean, I don't think anybody can really touch maybe I'll be with you. We knew when he got out front it was going to be hard to catch him. But he's had a lot of mishaps to the race, but look at him now, Biker.
Oh yeah, he took, in stage 1 he had problems, in stage 2 he had problems, in stage 3 he was quite a ways back, but slowly but surely made his way to the front, got to the front, and once he's ever been on the front, nobody's been able to touch him. The sad thing is we have Dunlap and Death before Dishonor. Davey Allison lagged out of the race. Boy, that first stage was a heck of a race, wasn't it? 6-7 cars battling the whole time.
It was awesome. It was really awesome. 2 by 2, fighting for the lead, swapping position, every corner. It was a blast.
It was really good. Now we just have the 7 or 8 cars that are left, all strung out, just doing their time.
But, okay, well, let me ask Killer this. How do you think the trend of the race tomorrow, Killer, for the Cup guys? For ourselves?
That's a tough question. Going into this race, we can see that everybody who showed up for practice has pretty good speed. Dale was showing some good speed in that practice race. I know I was running in third most of the time, battling Biker for third position. I think a lot of people didn't show up tonight in qualifying, as a lot of us made some mistakes trying to get the most out of the track that we could. And it doesn't really, paint the true picture of the setups that we have leading into tomorrow's Cup race. And I think tomorrow we're going to see some aggressive driving, but some clean driving. I think we're going to see a lot of people, you know, take turn 1 and 2 low, but Texas usually holds it. You know, from what we've seen, most people have some pretty solid setups, so these aren't going to be dangerous dive bombs. They're just going to be calculated dive bombs, and, you know, just move that guy up to the middle lane, and I think that's kind of how you have to pass here at Texas. It's really 1 and 2. Because
yes, it is.
When you get into 3 and 4, everybody's car is going to hold the bottom, and it really just comes down to the exit. If you're running low, you got to hit that turn on exit precise. Otherwise, the track will throw you down into the dog leg, and you're going to be in the grass and the dirt. So that's one thing to look out for. But I know for sure we are going to put a show on tomorrow. And as from what I've heard, just joining here late, Dale's having a good night here. And he had a good night in Cup practice. He didn't show up as much as he wanted to for Cup qualifying, but Dale, maybe somebody to watch out for in HDRS this season, because he is showing a lot of speed early.
That he is, and he is one of your teammates there, Killer.
Yes, he is. He is a new driver of the 22 in Penske, and once again, just want to take a moment now that I'm here to let you all know that Hammer Down Racing Series is revamped. We have a new YouTube. So if you could like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because that notification bell is going to do one thing. It's going to let you know when we are live. That way you don't miss a single second of the electrifying action that is Hammer Down Racing Series, boys.
Yes, it is.
And that's exactly true, Visceral. And you know what? That Cup race tomorrow is going to be exactly what you said. There's quite a few people, I believe, no matter how anybody qualified, I think everybody on that track is going to have a good car, and it's going to be Lady Luck is going to decide it, in my mind. We'll have to see what happens.
Absolutely, and we have Canute and Shady Acres in the booth tomorrow night, bringing the Cup race live to you guys as we're running it. And all I got to say to those two gentlemen in the booth is make sure you're moving around the track, because there's going to be a battle for position every single lap of that race tomorrow night from these Cup guys tackling Texas here. And Texas is one of those tracks where it's not as fast as it seems. It's a little slower than Atlanta, a little faster than Vegas, but it's got a very tricky turn 3 and 4 exit. So that's where it's going to come down to, is turn 3 and 4. You could even see the leader mistake it in 3 and 4 tomorrow night and hit the grass, and then somebody close up on his bumper could, you know, get a win out of it. So just once again, tune in tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern time, when the HDRS Cup guys are going to tackle the track. That is Texas, and it's going to be a lot of fun, guys.
It really is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of battling on this track. We're going to have 16 of us on here battling for each position. You know, knowing myself, and everybody knows me as HDRS here, Nation. You know, I like to take it 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide, just to get a couple positions, but we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's how the Onion likes to roll it out on the field there, and we're running for it. It's good racing, and yeah, it's getting to that point in the season, guys, where we're almost halfway through with the regular season. So these playoff points are really going to start to matter, and Texas is an amazing track for that, because it's a fast 1.5 miles, but it's a little bit technical with the way you got to exit these corners. So great race to tune into. Once again, 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow on the Hammer Down Racing Series YouTube channel. You can catch the Cup guys tackling the track. You'll see some of the names that you're seeing in this Xfinity race right now, as Maydale is now in the number 22 Penske Ford, driving on my team, and I couldn't be more happy to have him on my team.
There you go. And hey, tomorrow night you'll also have Woody substituting him for Jared tomorrow night, I understand.
That's in the 17 Ford, correct?
Yes, it is.
That's what I believe.
It'd be great to see Woody in the Cup Series again. Great young man, and it's an honor and it's a privilege to race with him every time that we can.
Oh, absolutely. He's always respectful on the track. He's one of the first guys to, if he makes a mistake, to apologize to his fellow drivers. And that's what we're just looking for, is good, clean, fun racing here. And if you make a mistake, apologize. And for the other drivers, just let it go, unless it's an egregious, unnecessary kind of intentional wreck. We just like to keep things going and rolling smooth here. It's all about fun, all about friendship, all about our brothers here in the Hammer Down Racing Series having a good time and just hitting the track and camaraderie and putting on a good show for the fans.
Oh,
that is a true story. Well said, Disrael.
Very well said, And then after Texas, this week, boys, we go on to New Hampshire, which is one of my favorite tracks. And as you know there, Visceral, I am going to attend in the Xfinity Series next week at New Hampshire.
All right, then. Who's that leave me in the booth with?
Biker.
You're gonna leave me in here.
Yeah, just Biker. That's all I got. Just Biker.
Just Biker.
Biker's getting the booth. I have a lot of fun when I get to ride the roller coaster that is the Xfinity Series with Biker. It's crazy what these guys can do with these Xfinity cars. We're so used to seeing.
They'll be with you in the pits right now.
Scheduled pit stop, I'm guessing.
It is a scheduled pit stop. As we got Trinity in the pits behind him. As we got Phil coming out.
I'm trying to look, Pyle, where you did post that lineup for Cup now, and I can't find it. Could you tell me where you posted it?
I can post that in the owner's chat, but I will post it into our other chat so you can have a copy of it.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to give the viewers here of this race an opportunity to see the starting order of the people that were eligible to qualify for Cup tomorrow night. Now, granted, not everyone was eligible, as we do have mandatory practice on Tuesday night, and if you show up for that, that gives you a qualifying entry. But understanding life and schedules and other things coming up, not everyone can qualify, but the starting lineup, yeah, gotcha.
Just sent the starting lineup to you guys.
You want to take that over, Biker?
Well, I don't. I really didn't want the starting lineup. I wanted the driver's roster.
Oh, the number of the drivers we have and what cars they're in, correct?
Yes. That's what I wanted.
Well, I'll just go ahead and give you the top 8 though while we're looking for that. Starting tomorrow night in Cup, we only had 8 eligible for qualifying. On the pole is none other than the man who was a road course ringer and now is an amazing driver on every track. That is Death Before Dishonor. Qualified with a flying 29.113 to get the pole. And in second place we have Dunlap with a 29.219. And in third we have Dale, who is dominating this race. Interested to see if he can pull it off in Cup with a 29.229. And of course, in fourth, we have the Man-Bird filling in for KSJ this week. Mr. Kibler Sean John gets to attend the Ohio State game, and he needed a fill-in. And Bird got him a good qualifying with a 29.267. In fifth, we have Mr. Frankenstein himself, 29.336. In sixth place, we have Biker himself with a 29.416. And seventh, myself, Visceral Killer, with a 29.467. And in eighth place for qualifying was Pyle, who may not hit a lap that he wanted to hit, but he's still starting in the top 10, and that's always amazing for stage 1 points.
And Pyle, I think you sent something that is from another league.
No, that is our league.
Okay, well, it's not the lineup.
No, that is from,
Hold on.
That's Weekend Warriors.
Yeah, that's not our league.
Hey, don't forget to watch Weekend Warriors on Sundays, guys.
There was somewhere that was posted the new teams and stuff where Visceral said, "Oh, you didn't want to be on my team, Biker," or something, and I can't find that anymore.
That was just choosing the last 2 positions in Cup because we had to do some number changes to fill up teams.
But I'm on our Cup thing. on Messenger. I can't find it. I thought it was on there.
There you go. I just found it.
Okay.
All right, so here we have it. Biker, you want to take it away?
Well, sure, yeah. Our new lineup now is Racing for Haas, and the number 4 is Twoon. The number 41 is Icy. The number 14 is Pyle, and the number 6 is Silenced. Racing for Penske, and the captain, our boy right here, Visceral Killer, in the number 12. Frankenstein in the number 2, KSJ in the 21, and the 22 will be May Dale Be With You. In RCR, you have the number 8 of Dark, the number 3 is Stag, the number 1 will be Biker, the number 42 will be Jared, and for Hendricks, we got the number 9 in the Hothead, number 48 is Death, number 24 is Collins, and the number 88 I'm not sure of.
Who is in the number 88 now, Pyle? Dunlap in the number 88. Dunlap, a good racer out here, always solid top 10 finisher. He's known to lead some laps, get some solid stage points in. He's always guaranteed a berth in the playoffs.
The race. I believe
yes,
they will be with you.
Well, it was a very good race for him. Like I said, he had some mishaps in stage 1 and stage 2, where he was back in 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th place and had to work his way back up. I would have to believe that Liv Morgan took 2nd place, but we'll have to find out. Since we didn't have a stream to follow, we really didn't know.
Yeah,
looks like we're restarting. Was that a yellow?
I don't know. Was that a yellow?
Because we're restarting right now.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. That was not the end of the race. So as you got, May Dale Be With You. You got that. That's Canute, and then you got Travesty. You got Bilski, Liv Morgan. Shady, Benizzi,
Swamp Ass, and Benizzi. Is that Benizzi in the infield?
Yeah, I know Swamp Ass is probably living up to his name here. Running 100% race at Texas here in the Xfinity cars. I imagine things are getting sweaty.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Ryan, my guy. You know, when you have a steering wheel and you're racing, you know, for here, man, it's like white knuckles. I mean,
so I'm wondering how many of these top 5 are actually on the lead lap.
I don't know. I don't know.
I would imagine at a 1.5-mile track like Texas that
there's been a lot of incidences, Visceral. A lot of stuff has gone on. So even though you have Liv Morgan looking like he's in 5th, he could be the 2nd place car right now, I believe.
Could be.
Filski could. Travesty would be. I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's just a hard call.
I didn't have a stream to follow, so I don't know.
Yeah, that is one of the things that we've been asking for as people who run these leagues. So look out for that as we move forward with NASCAR title games and possibly Heat 5, as there's an update confirmed to be hitting Heat 5. It should be the 2022 season update, which would be adding racers like, Daniel Suarez and Kyle Larson is. So make sure y'all follow, as we may have some interesting changes here coming up in HDRS when all of these names change and the cars change manufacturers, etc. And might even be a new redraft of manufacturing cars. The teams will always be the same, but if there's certain teams that no longer work out, they will be in different cars.
And I'll tell you, for these races, man, if they put a live leaderboard on there, I'd love them.
That's all we need.
Okay, boys, I got you a lap count here. 187 out of 200.
So a 12-lap shootout here. 4 tires, no fuel, I'm guessing was the call for the leaders.
It's looking that way, and as you got they'll be with you in a lead and starting to pull away from, I believe that is the 7. Yes, it
That's
is.
Travesty.
Travesty. But Travesty,
So right now,
like
you just want to look how they lined up. You have they'll be with you. You have Travesty.
You got Travesty, you've got Liv Morgan,
Canute, Swamp Ass, and Filsky fighting it out back there.
Filsky, a long-time HDRS runner. He loves being in the Xfinity and the trucks. And he's always putting on a show. One of those good racers out there who's always in the top 5.
And Visceral, just so you know, Filsky did win stage 1 of this race.
That is not surprising to me. He's always up there in the action.
Yeah, but as you got, man, I mean, they'll be with you. He is steadily starting to just pull away.
Dude is fast. He's got that power in the engine, that's for sure.
He does. But now I see that he's, you know, don't know what he really has at Texas because he really hasn't really shown it yet. But I really want to see what he really can do in a Cup car. You know, he ain't never really raced with us in a Cup car, so I really want to see how he really does and how he really can adapt to it with us, but also how can he adapt to the pressure.
Yeah, not used to a lot of the guys that he's going to be racing with here in the Cup League. He did run practice. It was the first practice with the Cup guys, and he looked good. He did run out front in the Texas practice, but that was, you know, that was the very first practice that we had, and going into that, you know, everybody adjusted setups afterwards, so we'll have to see tomorrow night in the Cup race if everyone put in the right adjustments and what we can do as a group. Obviously, Death Before Dishonor is showing up once again with the fastest qualifying lap, and it's going to be a special treat for you guys tomorrow night because qualifying position does not mean squat. A lot of fast guys here in the Cup Series, and we're going to be putting on a good show for you, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow.
Yes, we are. That we believe, my guy. Who do you think? I mean, we have a lot of fast guys, but who do you think the one guy's going to stand out and try to win this race?
One guy that's going to stand out to me.
You got Swamp Ass Trinity hardened to the wall.
Yes, you do. You are correctly right. Ooh, and the 9 just cloud drives the 94. Is that going to bring out a caution?
Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it.
Well, you know what, regarding your question there, Pyle, about the Cup race tomorrow, I think we're going to see a big night from Dunlap. Dunlap is looking confident here at Texas. He's looking fast, and I think we're going to see him lead some laps tomorrow night. And I think also on top of that, you're going to see some people that you don't usually see out front. I think we're going to see Biker lead some laps. I'm going to say that we see you lead some laps, and I even think Frankenstein leads some laps tomorrow. And it's up in the air, man. We're all within a tenth of each other in overall speed, so it's just going to come down to the draft and how you work your way through the field.
Yes, it is. And me personally, my game plan is just to get a solid top 10 through the stages. You know, get some good stage points. Now the final stage, I can't tell you all my little secrets, but just watch out for the 14. I'll make sure I'll be that final one.
Yeah, you know, I think
man,
the number one key.
You know, for some reason, I always watch out for the 14 because every time I'm around it, something happens.
One thing I gotta say is
that the end of the race, gentlemen?
I believe that it looks that way. But I've already added these guys to the chat if the race is already over with.
Okay, guys. Hey, well, it was fun practice tonight. I look forward to doing this next week with Visceral. The race was really, really good until Dale decided to take it over.
Oh yeah.
And just end it. But it was a really tight, good race. I'm sure next week at New Hampshire it'll be just as good, if not better. And as always, Biker's going to leave you out of here living his life behind bars. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Biker. You have yourself a great evening.
Good having you here, Biker. Thanks for being in the booth tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Was that confirmed the end of the race?
That was
there,
the
Bob?
end of the race. And
All right.
As you got, may they'll be with you winning the race.
Yeah, and you know, not to be surprising there, he's shown a lot of strength here in the Xfinity series. That's why he was called up to Cup Series to run the 22.
Dale, Travis D, Red Morgan, go ahead and join the broadcast, please. In the booth.
Yeah, and as we have this short intermission here, trying to get the top 3 of the race to join so we can get some interviews, I just want to say once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell here for the Hammer Down Racing Series. Once again, hitting that notification bell will alert you the second we go live with any action. And we've been known to go live lately with a bunch of fun runs, and you know, we're going to do something short here soon where you can get a Q&A with some of the drivers, learn about some of the people that run in Hammer Down, and once again, the electrifying action. You do not want to miss this, as we put on a show every night here in the Xfinity Truck and Cup Series. As I believe we are joined by our winner here. Dale, are you in here, buddy?
Yep.
All right, Dale. Dominating performance there in Stage 3. Got yourself out front just where you wanted to be. Car feeling good, I assumed. And you know what? Running these laps, how's that making you feel as you're starting up front in the Cup tomorrow? So are you feeling a little bit more confident going into the Cup race? And how are you feeling about that Xfinity run as well?
Well, I'm finally excited that I've got a win in Xfinity. I finally got to set up the cost entire fantastic. It's costing me a couple of previous races. But with Xfinity and Cup, I've been fast in practice and everything all week. So hopefully it'll transfer over to Cup tomorrow too, and I can make a strong showing in my debut. And hopefully I can get into victory lane again.
Would love to see Dale sweep the weekend, as he is a new driver on my team in the 22 for Team Penske.
And wouldn't that
Gonna
be
help a lot
something?
in
And
the
wouldn't
other
that be
points.
something, killer? If he, you know, your teammate there, maybe they'll be with you going into the Cup Series race tomorrow. Just imagine if he wins, he automatically locks himself into the round of 12 in the playoffs.
Yes, that would be amazing to see something like that. You know, he took over a ride, so he's a little bit back in points, but he's shown that he is very strong here at Texas, as we are joined as well by our second place driver, Travis D's son. Third, okay, well, top 3 performance here. I know you're also pretty new here to the Hammer Down Racing Series. How did the car feel? How did the racing feel? You know, overall, were you happy with the performance that you showed tonight?
Sleeping all alone and on your side. It's been a long year and some dark, dark nights. Well, since you threw your axe around the moon, it
Well, there you go, my
Absolutely.
guy. And
And one of those top three.
Oh, go ahead.
One of those top threes being a win, like he said last week. That's very impressive. Love to see these newcomers come in and just take over our league. We love to see the performance you guys are putting on. As Texas it's a typical mile and a half. You know what you're going to get out of it, but it's got that troublesome 3 and 4 exit, and you guys handled it very well tonight. And Pyle, who was our second place runner? Is he in here?
I don't know. Who
is Liv Morgan fan? I don't think
Liv
he is.
Morgan. Liv Morgan
Morgan
not
fan.
in the chat, but we want to give a shout out to him. Another new driver for Hammer Down in the Xfinity Series. Second place here at Texas.
That was his
That's impressive.
debut, by the way.
That was his debut. So
Yes, it
second
was.
place. He says, "Can somebody invite me to the chat?" Just saw that score. I don't think he got an invite in.
Let me look for him as well.
But yeah, once again, take this little break here while we're trying to figure out our second place driver, get him in here so we can speak what he thought about the race. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the Hammer Down Racing Series YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell for us if you can, because that will alert you the second we go live, so you don't miss a single second of the electrifying action that is Hammer Down Racing. Now, last week was Darlington, correct?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Darlington is a tricky track, so for you to capture a win there, Travesty, is impressive. That is a technical track, and it is definitely the hardest mile. I don't think it's quite a mile and a half, but it's pretty dang close, so I'm going to just say it's the hardest mile and a half there is in the circuit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As we got Liv Morgan in here. Alright, Killer.
Yeah, Liv Morgan, congratulations on a second place finish tonight. I know you are also new to the Hammer Down Xfinity Series. I just want to say congratulations, man, and how was the car feeling out there tonight, and also how did the race feel to you? Did it seem clean? Did it seem dirty? Did it seem fun? Just let us know what you're thinking.
The car was just tight all race, had to make some adjustments the entire race, but put out something there towards the end just to run it out to the end there. And the race was pretty clean and fun. Except for the caution did come off like 5 people wrecking on the front stretch. But yeah.
Yeah, those cautions that, sometimes take the energy out of the race, but it does overall create a more epic ending, as you were unfortunately not able to steal the win away from Dale, but an amazing second place performance there. And as we're going to wind it down here, our top 3 once again is Dale first, winning the race here at Texas.
Yeah.
Struggled early in the race, being behind in traffic, showed his stuff in the third stage and pulled away. Second place, Liv Morgan, another newcomer here, had a great finishing position. And then third place, Travesty. Consistency is key, and he's gotten an average of I think it would be a 1.8 finishing position in his last 2 races. So another guy to look out for here. And once again, as we're winding this down, I'm here in the booth joined by King Pyle, otherwise known as King Onion, our man, the myth, the legend, the guy behind the entire Hammer Down Racing Series idea. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, guys, as we're going to be hitting Texas in the Cup Series. May Dale be with you, is going to be driving in his debut Cup race in the 22 for my Penske team. And I'm real excited to have him on board. And once again, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, comment. We want to know what you guys are thinking about these broadcasts, so we can know what we need to work on and how we need to get better, as that is our #1 goal, is to please you guys, the fans. And once again, hit that notification bell, because you will know the second we are live, and you will never miss a single section of the electrifying action that is Hammer Down Racing Series. And Kyle, on that, I just want to say congratulations to our top 3 finishers in the booth here, and I want to wish them luck tackling the tricky New Hampshire next week, which is Martinsville's big brother there. It's almost the same track. It's a little bigger, but it's going to be very tricky to hold on to those tires on the long run. So make sure, once again, everybody tune in tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Time for the Cup. And then once again on Saturday at 9:30 Eastern for the trucks on sliders. And they will be tackling Texas as well.
That they will be, and I'm actually going to be making my actual debut in the truck series at Texas this Saturday night.
All right, you'll see the man himself tackling Texas. So on that note, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this incredible race. Hopefully we have something for Dale tomorrow night, as he is looking electric so far at Texas. Very fast guy. And don't forget that after the season ends, there will be a showdown series of races for all these Xfinity guys, and they will get a chance to be live drafted. So keep up the good work, gentlemen, and can't wait to see what you guys complete the season with. And hope to see a few of y'all in the Cup Series next season. But keep putting on the good work in Xfinity. And once again, thanks for viewing us tonight, guys. Don't forget to leave that like, and have a wonderful weekend.
Signing off, boys.
Yeah, by the way,